Evacuated a track and field meet for the AAU Junior Olympics because of a large fight. The meet was at Truist Stadium on North Carolina A&T's campus.
Here's a video someone shared of the chaos. Several people are seen running from the area. There were also reports of loud noises, but police say no gunshots were fired.
Officers evacuated the stadium and are now saying the postponed events will take place tomorrow. We've got a team on scene there this afternoon gathering more information. We will keep you posted.
Welcome to your 4 to 5. I'm Eric Chilton with Chad Silver, Monique Robinson, Lauren Coleman.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on this Turn Up Tuesday.
Oh,
I like
Turn Up
it.
Tuesday,
Like
whether you're
it.
watching us on air, online, or the WFNY News 2 app.
And I think they heard us, Monique, yesterday because that time and the temperature now says 88 degrees.
Perfect.
Feeling a lot more realistic today.
Yes, it does feel like that outside. It's realistic, but is it what we want? Is that the reality
turn it
that
down a little
we
bit,
want?
yeah.
So
70
turn
would be
it
great.
down on this Tuesday.
That'd be nice. We'll check the forecast coming up.
All right, let's get right to your 4 to 5 roundup now. First up today, law enforcement agencies across the country are holding National Night Out events today. The day is set aside to strengthen relationships with officers and the people they serve. Greensboro Police will be a part of several events citywide tonight, including one at the Multicultural Center on Randleman Road starting at 5. To help combat crime, the department has a new way you can track crime in your neighborhood. The Community Crime Map can pinpoint types of crimes in your area. The department says the map can also ease some concerns if people see crime in their neighborhood isn't as bad as they thought, or help them make better safety choices if it's worse than they thought. You can now get free at-home COVID tests at several locations in Guilford County. The health department is giving away free tests over the next few weeks. You can get up to 4 free tests. They are first come, first serve. You can see the list of locations on our website.
Right now, Wyndham Week is underway. Today, golfers were spotted practicing at Sedgeville Country Club. Tomorrow, the fight for the coveted Sam Snead Cup officially kicks off. The trophy is named after the World Golf Hall of Famer who won the Wyndham Championship a record 8 times. Snead and Tiger Woods are tied for the most all-time wins on the PGA Tour with 82. Wyndham Week isn't just big for golfers, but business owners too. Several Triad shops are anticipating more customers this week. We spoke with the general manager of Box Seat Sports Bar and Grill, who says staff were preparing for months, but she's grateful to see so many people visiting our area.
My biggest takeaway from Wyndham Week is how much fun it is, because as busy as it is and labor intensive, it's just really good to see all the people out.
Fans are allowed at Sedgeville Country Club starting tomorrow. For the Pro-Am, the actual tournament runs Thursday through Sunday.
Developing now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is in Taiwan today. It's a trip that's causing controversy with China. It is the first official U.S. trip of its kind in 25 years. Chinese leaders say they're not happy about it. China claims Taiwan as part of Chinese territory, but Taiwan claims itself as an independent nation. China says it views any visits by foreign governments as allegiance to Taiwan.
If the speaker does decide to visit and China tries to create some kind of crisis or otherwise escalate tensions, that would be entirely on Beijing.
The White House says it has no control over Pelosi's visit, and the U.S. policy toward China and Taiwan remains unchanged.
Dig into it, Ben Briscoe here. National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications John Kirby says there are several actions that China could take following Pelosi's visit. If they're unhappy with us, Kirby says China could take military action. They could start spreading misinformation, especially on Facebook, and could even put a strain on the global economy by upping taxes on certain goods or even stopping manufacturing on some major electronics. Pelosi's visit is one of 3 big stories happening around the globe today. We're digging into how they all impact us here at home. That's coming up at 5:30.
And as we look at the skies outside as of now, well, we do have those cumulus clouds with us. But other than that, not looking at too much activity at UNC Greensboro, Truist Field, West Wendover Avenue, getting those nice, beautiful white cumulus clouds. Our radar is quiet. nothing happening. You see that to the bottom of your screen, dry, hot, and humid. Well, that's the story. Not seeing any activity on our radar across the central Piedmont. When I widen this view all the way to the eastern portions there of the United States, that's when we just start to see activity. Well down to the south across those Gulf states, something brewing down to the south, as well as there's some severe storms that are producing some severe thunderstorm warnings across Missouri, and then well to the north and east. But other than that, things are dry and quiet across the south and east. But that's the rain chances. When we talk about the temperatures and the heat, well, we're all feeling it. 90 degrees in the Triad, 101 in Oklahoma City, as well as Dallas as of this 4 p.m. hour, 90 as well in Atlanta, 93 in Baltimore, We're all feeling the heat. Now, as we transition over to a closer look at home, 91 currently in Burlington, as well as 91 in Winston-Salem. All of us are in the 90s for the most part. Asheboro, a little bit cooler, sitting at a good old 89. Tonight, temperatures falling down into those 70s, upper 60s and low 70s for Greensboro. Mostly clear skies, not expecting a storm. I believe we'll be in the all clear through tonight. Not looking for storm activity tonight, and tomorrow looks as though things may remain dry, but as we approach the weekend, things will get active, which draws a big question mark when we have activity outdoors. I'll talk more about it coming up.
All right, thanks, Monique. America's largest theater chain is bringing back a popular deal aimed at boosting summer business. Right now, fans can see a movie at any AMC theater for just $5 each and every Tuesday. That's a steal. The offer is only good for AMC Stub members, but sign up is completely free. And get this, the deal also applies to some concession items too. The discount lasts through the end of October.
Well, speaking of that industry, it was one of the hardest hit during the pandemic, the movie theater industry. But thanks to COVID numbers changing a bit and then the help of a few summer blockbusters, the industry now is booming. I spoke with Mike Butterbaugh at Red Cinemas to find out why. So, you know, I keep thinking, Mike, back, I mean, for a couple years ago, it's a different scene in theaters, right? What was it like for you guys during that period?
Ghost Town?
Yeah.
It was tough because we went in and readjusted all our studios to keep the social distance. We went through our cinema and changed to infrared filtration system. A lot of these things people don't know and understand that we did above and beyond.
Upgrades.
Oh
basically.
my, upgrades for people's safety, for employee safety.
So then now, when did you start noticing the increase? Because I'm reading all this about the numbers in theaters are now flying. But
listen, it's been happening for a while. I used to wake up in the morning and see the sales and think, wow. And then Top Gun and Thor happened to the point where we were back doing numbers that were pre-COVID. And I'm not sure any of us ever thought we were going to get back to those numbers, but we have.
And I think that's what people, we want normalcy.
Yeah.
And there's nothing more family than going to the movies.
Well, I mean, you see the parking lot today when you came in. It's full. We do a kids series during the summer, every Tuesday to Thursday. That's $1 a ticket. You can bring your kid to see a movie, get some popcorn, and sort of like a quote-unquote daycare.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you think? So let's peek down the road, because now, I mean, we're back, kind of sounds like we're back pre-COVID. Where can theaters go next?
I think theaters are gonna grow. I think, you know, CDs happen, DVDs happen, streaming happen. This has always been the consistency. Taking the family out, taking the kids out to see a movie, to see a Top Gun, to see a Super Pets.
So those blockbusters will keep you going.
They keep on going, and if you look ahead, there's a lot of good movies coming out. I see good things. I enjoy this place. I love this place. I grew up at movies.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and to bring my kids, it's like an amusement park day for my kids just to come in here and recline on the chair and
awesome.
And watch their movies.
This isn't too bad either.
No,
Mike.
it's not.
I'm gonna roll with this. Thank you for letting us in today.
I couldn't get my eyes off that popcorn, Eric.
And what's left of that is in the newsroom right now. 'cause
And I had a couple of handfuls of it moments
good.
ago, and it was wonderful. Yeah, I like the question that you asked about where they see movie theaters going next, because where I would like to see it go next is make it seem like it's more like when you go to Disney World. Sometimes the seats shake when you're watching it during moments, or every once in a while there are smells, like, you know, if it's raining, it starts to smell like it's raining in the movies. Like just a more immersive experience.
More of an IMAX-like kind of feel, and there are some theaters that do that, but I like the idea of the shaking
like
chairs.
If, you know,
kind of bring you
like
into
for Top
the movie.
Gun, you know, if like it's a very
mm-hmm.
tense moment, they're flying through the, you know, the canyon, and your seats actually shake.
I remember at Disney World once when I went, they had this thing called Alien Encounter, and the same thing. The lights would flicker, and they had little speakers behind the seats, and you'd hear the alien breathing on your neck, and they would blow air out of this little thing. It was crazy.
That's
and
the
it's
kind
even
of thing that I
scarier
want.
when they have the 3D glasses and the snakes could start coming at you.
Right.
I don't know if I want that much. I'll take just the speakers. It was cool because I like Red Cinemas because it's more of a, you know, a local thing. It's more they do a lot of independent films and documentaries, which I love too. And there are small theaters you can rent out, and he said there's like 30 seats, and they'll play, you know, Top Gun and the big movies if you rent that out. I don't know what it costs, but that's really cool.
Have you guys gone back to the movies since everything opened back up? Or?
Have I done that?
Top Gun.
Okay, Top Gun.
All right, so that's my next one, but no, this would be
I
the
saw
first time.
Elvis about a month ago, and it was my first time since March of 2020, and it reminded me why I liked going to the movies, because I was so used to watching everything from home, but it is a different
It's
experience.
way different, yeah. Plus that smell of the popcorn.
Yes.
And
I'm
then
gonna
you
have to
eat
get
it.
I hope there's some left so I can get a couple handfuls.
I'm going to the
And did you say you like stale popcorn?
Okay, yes.
She does.
Movie popcorn the next day with that little stale taste is really good.
Well, you're going to love it because the movie popcorn you brought back is stale now.
It's still in there. We're coming right back. Oh, there it is. There's the popcorn. We have a shot of it.
It's not gone. It's not gone.
No,
Okay.
there's
It's
some
not
in
gone.
there.
I promise
All
you
right,
that.
y'all save some for me.
Bringing it in the studio.
A 6-year-old girl from High Point is inspiring children across the state to be their own bosses and demonstrating what it means to leave a legacy. Blair Lattimore founded I Am Blair's Closet with the help of her mother, Krishanda Rory, when she was just 2 years old. The online girls boutique carries an array of clothing, lip glosses, and accessories. The two say the business is about much more than fashion.
So we do a lot throughout the year. We host workshops for parents to learn how to start their kids' businesses if they're interested. We host modeling workshops for kids that are interested in learning about modeling or the process or how we manage and how we do it.
We first introduced you to the mother-daughter duo in 2021 when they hosted a pop-up shop for kid entrepreneurs in North Carolina. Rory says this Saturday, the city of High Point will proclaim August 6th as Blair's Day. So on this day going forward, Blair will host a pop-up shop for kid entrepreneurs, a fashion show, as well as a community service project.
It's an amazing feeling.
So this year we will be giving $1,000 grant to a kidpreneur who is local here in the Triad. We really pride ourselves on giving back to the community and having events that show those in our community that just because kids are kids doesn't mean that they can't own businesses and doesn't mean that we cannot start now while they're young with generational wealth processes.
This year's Kidpreneur pop-up shop and fashion show will be held this Saturday at the Renaissance in Jamestown. The pop-up shop will run from 11 to 3 p.m. and the fashion and talent show starts at 6 p.m. Now, the winner of the Kidpreneur grant will be announced at the fashion show. For details on how to get involved, just look for the story on our website. But very inspiring mother and daughter. When I first spoke to them last year, the mother was sharing with me that she is a cancer survivor. And when she was battling cancer, she said, I want my daughter to have something, a way to make money, a way to take care of herself if I were to no longer be here on this earth. So that's what inspired them to start this business. And since then, it's just kind of taken off with letting other parents know it's never too young for your kid to start a business, to start making that generational wealth.
Well, and if you start as a kid, if you see that, you make a little money and then you're like, I did this project, I would think that will stick with you forever. Especially if you learn it. What is she, 6?
She's 6, and they started this 4 years ago. So she was 2, but she was still helping out, but now she's very much involved in all the processes that go into it.
And I mean, think about how it will be down the road. I mean, if she's so young, already taking a role and trying to help, grow this idea. I mean, think about where she'll be in 5 years or 10 years.
Absolutely. I hope they just go national with it. Like I said, they worked with a lot of different parents and children within North Carolina, as well as the Triad. They host pageants and different things like that where the money is used to help kids battling cancer. They're just really doing some great things.
Good stuff, good vibes. And let's be honest, a kid's fashion show would top the cute list.
Yes, absolutely.
Those pictures,
they were fierce too. Like, okay,
I know
Mama.
she had a little pose.
And I mean, it's great for her,
Yes.
but I mean, you have to give props to mom too. I mean, because that's a big commitment on her part to not only help her daughter, grow this, but to spend so much time making sure that it's successful.
Absolutely.
That's a good mom.
Absolutely, she is. And for more information, just look for the story on our website. We'll be right back. Let me see your best catwalk.
On days like today, we can really get a good snapshot of that sunrise as well as that sunset. It's really a gorgeous this time of year, especially when we have those few clouds that kind of make for a very good view. That sunset being at 8:23 tonight, so we got roughly about 4 hours and 2 minutes left to deal with the sun. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, we were settling this pattern where every day was hot and humid and we had afternoon storms. Now, that's really going to be the case as we go to the latter part of the week and go into the weekend and the start of next week. But right now we're really dry. And so that's all due to the shifting of this area of high pressure. Underneath the high pressure surface, we get nice, dry, clear conditions. Now, in the summertime, depending on where it's located, exactly, we could get some afternoon storms that pop up when we have this strong southwesterly flow that pumps in the heat and humidity. And those two ingredients work together each afternoon once we get into the heart of the heat to really produce a storm. So it's all due to the shift and what other air masses previously moved in. Just over the weekend, we had a cold front that crossed us and we had a little bit of a cooler and less humid air mass. Just a little less humid air mass that was able to settle in across the area. Kind of dipped those dew points back down from the 70s to the 60s, making it feel not as sticky, but it's still hot and humid. Those rain chances, we can avoid them again for your Wednesday, Thursday, and through the weekend, they start to come back into play. We have this cold front that's not necessarily going to cross us, but it's going to be just close enough to help to send storms our way, just to the north of us, and send storms through our way through the weekend. And that weekend chance of storms will lead to greater cloud cover across the area. And with greater clouds, we will see some cooler temperatures at times, especially on your Saturday and Sunday. So that's what we're looking at as we approach the weekend, is more humidity, but cooler temperatures due to cloud cover and additional storms. So we're seeing that increase here as you look towards the next 5 days. Here's a look at a futurecast, in particular showing you how things remain dry through your Wednesday. But as we go through the day on Thursday, that's when we get the chance of storms possible, especially for the late day. And then for your Friday, we're going to look at more active weather once again, possibly for the latter part of your Friday and going into your Saturday. And here's a look at your 7-day.
Ugh, I hate that noise.
That picture just makes my skin crawl.
Mosquitoes are loving all the rain we've had lately. It might mean using more bug spray, and nobody wants to smell like bug spray all day.
WFNY News 2's Megan Malaris verifies a natural alternative to help you avoid the chemicals.
It's time to verify, and it is time to scratch beneath the surface of a mosquito magnet's reality every summer. It's frustrating wearing sticky, smelly bug spray all summer long, only to end up with itchy red welts anyway. Plus, have you looked at the chemicals in your repellent? So let's verify. Is it true lavender oil is an effective all-natural alternative to mosquito repellent? Our sources are a National Institutes of Health study on plant-based repellents, and Frank Fowler, biologist and wildlife division manager with Forshaw.
Lavender is actually a plant, and there's an essential oil that's derived from that plant that has long been known for its insecticidal and insect repellent qualities. Most importantly, you want to use a product that has been researched, has some government data behind it, and has been deemed safe to apply to your skin or to apply to your yard.
Research published in the National Institutes of Health looked at plant-based repellents dating back decades. It found essential oils from plants like lavender, camphor, catnip, geranium, jasmine, eucalyptus, and lemongrass, among others, had good repellency over an 8-hour test time. The study concluded plant oils can serve as suitable alternatives to synthetic repellents, as they're relatively safe, effective, inexpensive, and readily available in many parts of the world. So yes, it's true, lavender oil is an effective natural repellent against mosquitoes, so you can stop the itch and smell good in the process. Here's an extra perk. Consumer Reports tested various mosquito products and found most of the ones effective against mosquitoes are also effective against ticks. With your Verify, I'm Megan Malaris.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. Can you hear?
Mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
I always feel like we're the Mickey Mouse Club at this part.
Yep.
It's like Chad, Eric, Monique, and Lauren.
MICKEYMOUSE.
Very nice. Very nice. Welcome to the 4 to 5. You'll get more of this for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So hopefully you like it.
Yeah.
And if you're on the live stream, chat with us during the breaks. We'd love to hear from you.
We are following several developing stories today, so let's get right to your 4 to 5 roundup. The big story that we are following, a large fight that broke out today during the AAU Junior Olympics in Greensboro. Police responded to the track and field event this afternoon on North Carolina A&T's campus. This viewer video shows people leaving the area and others ducking underneath their seats. We met a 14-year-old who was preparing to compete when chaos erupted.
I noticed there was a bunch of people like on the sides, like laying down and sleeping, waiting for their events. And so when that group of people came, I couldn't even imagine how they got out because they probably got like ran over, like trampled.
Now, there were also reports of loud noises, but police say no shots were fired. We will have a live update from campus coming up at 5.
Greensboro Safety Review Board is set to investigate the Blind Tiger this Thursday after a deadly shooting over the weekend. Police records show more than a dozen incidents at the club in just this year alone. The bar closed in April after 2 other shootings. The City Safety Review Board investigation involved the Blind Tiger to reopen after it fixed code violations. Mayor Nancy Vaughn says it's too early to know what they'll decide as the newest investigation gets underway. Today, law enforcement agencies across the U.S. are holding a series of national night out events. The day is set aside to strengthen relationships with officers and the people they serve. Greensboro Police Department has several sites set up across the city. One of them is at the Multicultural Center on Randleman Road. The event kicks off at 5 p.m. Right now, educators across the state are gathering for a school safety conference. It kicked off today at the Quarry Convention Center in Greensboro. The event focuses on ways to support children and teens facing an outbreak of violence and other problems. The conference ends on Friday.
The White House is ramping up its approach to monkeypox. Today, the Biden administration named an official coordinator for the federal response to the outbreak. Some doctors say they're hopeful about the new leadership plan.
A line for the monkeypox vaccine stretched down the block early this morning in San Francisco. Some of those waiting say the government needs to do more.
More vaccines and testing everywhere.
Today, the Biden administration announced Robert Fenton, who ran the COVID vaccination effort for FEMA, will coordinate the federal monkeypox response. This as Illinois and California declared a state of emergency over the virus, following New York's lead.
I'm glad we have a state of emergency because the issue has always been how quickly we can get the resources, testing, vaccines, treatment that we need in the ER to contain this.
So what does declaring an emergency actually do? Well, it clears up some of the red tape to help fight the outbreak. For example, it authorizes more people to administer vaccines at sites like this health clinic. That's only part of the problem. While the administration is distributing 1.1 million doses, officials in California and New York say they don't yet have enough.
The order is now allowing more people to administer the vaccines, but you need more vaccines to start with.
In just 10 weeks, the U.S. outbreak has grown to at least 5,800 confirmed cases. Delays for vaccines and testing have been a problem.
For me personally, it took 2 weeks to get my test results. And that was something very, very frustrating.
Many of the infected are men who have sex with men, but anyone can catch monkeypox. It spreads primarily through skin-on-skin contact. While rarely fatal, it can be extremely painful.
Alrighty then, looking back at the temperatures over the past 5 days, you can see, or at least 4 days, you can see the average temperature is really not too far off from what we were feeling when we walked outside. Saturday and Sunday, we reached a high of 88 both days. Well, the average temperature this time of year is 88 indeed. So therefore, when we were talking about the heat, it was actually kind of spot on for what we would generally expect across the area through late July and early August. August. The second day of August, and those temperatures are still right around where they should be for this time of year. 90 degrees, only 2 degrees off from that 88 average. 89 in Martinsville. They're a little bit closer. Wilkesboro as well, with hitting that 88 on target. Siler City is on the warmer side of things at 93. So tomorrow, temperatures are going to be just around the same. Very hot, very humid in the 90s, and 92 specifically in King. That forecast high for your day tomorrow. Elkin at 91. Now tomorrow also some locations could see those temperatures rise up a little bit warmer than what they were today. Still staying mainly dry and partly sunny. Now some folks on one hand enjoy the dry weather. They get to cook out on the grill and have afternoon cookout and a weekday, but other folks are looking forward to more rain, as we've seen scattered storms over the last several days, which means not everyone saw something. You may have been one of those neighborhoods that got a soaker, but not everyone did. So with that being said, more scattered storms are still in the 7-day, just not at least today and tomorrow. So our futurecast showing it's staying dry through tonight and your Wednesday as well. The gray you're seeing on this map are clouds, not necessarily ones that produce showers or storms, just the clouds like the ones we're seeing outside today. Now by Wednesday afternoon, some folks could see a sprinkle or two, but for the most part, we should be mainly dry across the central Piedmont. Now your Thursday, that's the first sign of a day that we could really get to see some storms across the area. And then by Friday and through the weekend, those storm chances will ramp up. So we could see more widespread, but still scattered storms. Not everyone getting to see a storm through the weekend. So that's the story as we end out this first full week of August.
It is one of the most anticipated weeks of the year in Greensboro. Wyndham Week is underway. Golfers were out at Sedgefield Country Club practicing today. WFMY News 2's Amanda Ferguson shows us what else is going on out there.
On a normal day, this is where you will find Paul Tesori. He's been Webb Simpson's caddy for years. This morning, Tesori took a break from his caddy duties to focus on something important to him. Let's check in with Tesori's Foundation All-Star Kids Clinic.
You know, my son Isaiah, he's 8.5 years old. He was born with Down syndrome, and that's kind of what bred the desire to give back to the special needs community. And, you know, how can we do that? Golf has been a part of my life since I was a boy.
Yes! There you go. There we go. Nice.
If you look around the day, we have 4 stations: putting station, chipping station, little gorilla station, and balls. And, you know, with the help of the First Tee, we're able to put this together every year, rely on it, and know it's going to be something to celebrate for the families. This was the first clinic. We're up to over 50 now that we've been able to do, and it all started here. And, you know, when I come back, I get a little emotional every time, a lot more of an attachment here just because of what it's meant. It kind of launched the All-Star Kids Clinic, but also kind of took our foundation to a different level as well. Sometimes as parents of a child with special needs, you don't ever get to celebrate your child. And there's so many intricacies about how special they are in a good way. The whole premise behind the All-Star Kids Clinic is to kind of raise them up and treat them like all-stars for the day, which they really are.
See, that's what's special about sports, is most people are like, oh, the sport, it's golf, but it's so much more than that when you see things like events like that.
Yeah, something like that really, I mean, it transcends. It's not really about the sport as much as it is just the love that they're showing these kids. I have to say, this is just one aspect of the Wyndham that is, you know, a jewel in the crown, but the entire event, in my opinion, is one of the greatest events that we've had here. Even back when it was the GGO and I used to go back in those days, it's phenomenal.
I think it's just so great. We are so lucky that this is here in Greensboro. I mean, the best golfers in the world come here. So, I mean, I remember the year that Tiger Woods came here.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, it was just madness out there. But it really is one of my favorite weekends of the year in Greensboro, just because it's such a fun event, and it is the PGA's stop in Greensboro, and I love it.
I tell people all the time, I say, it's not you don't have to love golf. I mean, It is a social event. It is a big party. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be highlighting the fan amenities that they have there from Margaritaville, and there's also the Sunbrella Sun Deck where people can watch. And they have a cool thing this year with QR codes where you can go around. If you get all the QR codes and collect them all, you can be in a raffle, and you can win enough Wyndham points to get like 2 nights free at one of their hotels.
Wow,
there's just a lot to do out there.
It's a big deal.
And don't forget the sand sculptures. You got to go find the sand sculptures, right? They always have those out there. Well, yeah, so you're going to be out there the next few days, so that'll be a
Wednesday,
good time.
Thursday, and Friday. We'll kind of show you all.
Joining you too.
Yes, that's right. She'll be out there, and I'll do everything not sports related. Amanda will
I'll
do
be
all the
holding down the fort here with Lauren, so
right.
we'll see you then. All right, we'll be right back. Actually, we won't be right back. I've got something to read here. If you're headed to Sedgefield this week, it's important to know all tickets are mobile this year. You can only use your phone to get in. 2 parking lots have shuttles to Sedgefield, one at the Greensboro Coliseum, the other at GTCC's Jamestown campus. If you take an Uber or a Lyft, you can get dropped off at the main course entrance. Large purses, they are not allowed. They should be smaller than 6 by 6. No lounge chairs or chairs with extended footrests are allowed at the course. And if you're watching from the comfort of your air-conditioned home, the third and final rounds will air here on WFMY from 3 to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Dig into it's Ben Briscoe here. The baby food shortage started in May, but some parents say it is still hard to find a way to feed their infants.
Our situation has not changed at all. We are still feeding our child expired formula because that's what we have.
Get this, now the bacteria which caused the products to be pulled from the shelves is back with another round of recalls on different products. We keep digging into why this keeps happening and what can be done about it, coming up at 5:30.
Hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together like a classic combination. All right, so you know we're talking money and how you spend it. You know, every single month comes with different kind of spending. Think about it. How is your spending different in July versus December?
The clothing I buy.
Yes,
is
that's
very
definitely
different.
one of the
Very true.
things for sure.
Presents,
right,
so-
which you're probably not buying in July.
And back to school stuff for us in July, into July.
Right, and maybe paying off vacation or whatever
Yep.
else.
Yep.
I mean, there's just different things that you buy at different months. So right in line with that, the stores respond and they drive in what we spend our money on. Consumer Reports has your best buys in August.
The back-to-school shopping season has already begun. We're seeing plenty of discounts on everything your kids will need to head back to the classroom. That includes tech devices like laptops, tablets, and headphones, as well as clothing, backpacks, notebooks, and everything else you'll need.
The Microsoft Surface Laptop Go with 64 gigs is now on sale for $390 at Amazon. The regular price, $550. This laptop has a touchscreen and comes with a fast, more efficient solid-state drive. If you're looking for a tablet, the Samsung Galaxy Tablet S8 is now $565 at Amazon. Normally it's $700. Summer is moving time, of course, and August is a great month to score deals on vacuum cleaners. The Shark Rotator Professional Liftaway is a Consumer Reports best buy. It's $250 at Amazon and the Home Depot. Consumer Reports says this bagless upright vacuum excels at removing embedded dirt from carpets and performs well when cleaning bare floors. And get this, you may find September deals now.
Labor Day falls on September 5th this year, but you can find savings as early as mid-August. We tend to see discounts on big-ticket items like large appliances, mattresses, and other summer seasonal products.
All right, so grills right now are good to buy because it's end of season. Mattresses, come on, they're always on sale.
Always on sale.
I mean, come on.
And you can buy one from any of the 1,000 mattress stores in Greensboro.
That are there, yeah. All right, and because it's, needed right now, stores have all the kinds of school supply deals as well. And while I do not have a student at home, I buy stuff this time of year. Like I replace all my glue sticks and my pens and all the kind of stuff for the home office.
Crafty things.
Right?
That's a good idea.
Now, because it's on sale.
I know there's a formula for this all the time. I never understand why are big ticket items on sale in mid-August. I mean, I'm sure there's some process to that, how they come up with that. But
And a lot of that, though, is just driven by the actual industry, right? The appliance people are going to be like, okay, more people are moving after the summer, and so they're going to want a new washer and dryer or whatever for the fall.
Because you want to move before the school year starts if you have a family, so your kids will be. I ordered something, I won't say who it's from. I ordered something online, a piece of furniture. We ordered it in January, and they said it'd be here in March, then May, and now it's October.
I remember you talking about. I remember when you ordered it.
I'm this close to cancel. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Unfortunately, that is more the rule than it is the exception. Ever since COVID hit, this is the way that it is, especially with furniture.
Supply chain
all the
issues.
supply chain issues.
That's
what I was going to say. Yep, all of that issue. Yeah. All right. Well, happy shopping or happy saving or whatever you're going to do.
Keeping our fingers crossed for
I hope you get
furniture.
your furniture.
Ice cream trucks are a sure sign of summer for lots of us, but rising gas and food prices might mean it'll soon be a thing of the past. Let's connect the dots.
Could inflation kill the ice cream truck? Let's connect the dots. Nothing says summer like hearing that cheerful tune coming down the street. But according to the New York Times, inflation is taking a big bite out of ice cream truck profits. Although fuel prices are falling, diesel gas for trucks still well above $5 here in North Carolina. Compare that to about $3.13 a year ago. But there's more than just high gas prices. Vanilla ice cream and a box of sprinkles cost nearly double what it did a year ago. And inflation isn't the only trend taking a bite out of profits. Changing tastes are also taking a toll. People looking for a convenient sweet treat can now turn to food delivery apps. All this adds up to ice cream trucks disappearing faster than a snow cone in summer. And that is connecting the dots.
All right, with this in mind, I asked you on Facebook to tell me what your favorite ice cream truck treat is. Lots of answers here. Bobby Odom, always in the room and commenting on it. He says the red, white, and blue bomb frozen pop. I do love those. Yeah, it is a classic. Melita said Kona Ice, which they're great, and she likes blue raspberry there. Lisa says push-ups or a brown mule. Brenda Keith says traditional ice cream sandwich. Rick Shevick said Eskimo pie, and Tyler Johnson said a cookie ice cream sandwich. I do love those. Those are one of my favorites. Virginia says, cool it, Eric. Summer doesn't end until September 21st. She still wants her ice cream. I don't know what, I've heard it a lot, but I don't know what the brown mule is. Do you remember that?
I don't know what that is.
Because there was about 10 people saying brown.
I was thinking Moscow Mule.
Ask him. That'd be a little different.
When I heard that, I don't know what the brown mule
yeah, I don't know. It's obviously something chocolate, I would assume. But
my favorite ice cream truck treat is the strawberry shortcake.
With the
because you know they have the chocolate version and then they have the strawberry version. And it's on a stick and it tastes like the strawberry shortcake.
I was thinking the ice cream sandwich with the strawberry. That's what I thought you were saying. When I was a kid, I liked push-ups.
Okay.
But now it's the chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwiches.
Ooh,
I love
that
those.
sounds good. And I always remember liking the ones that had the bubblegum eyeballs. So you had like the Tweety Bird, the Powerpuff Girls, Bugs Bunny, and the favorite part was eating the bubblegum eyeballs.
The bubblegum eyes. Did you find it?
I did find it. So hold on.
I do like those.
Yeah, this is the brown mule.
Oh, I've definitely had that. I just didn't know that was the
you
name.
See this here?
But I feel like it probably goes by different names.
That looks like a vanilla popsicle, ice cream popsicle,
like a fudge
dipped
pop
in
with
chocolate.
Fudge
right?
pop, kind of, yeah.
I love that.
And I think I was so focused on this that I didn't hear what you said.
Strawberry
but
shortcake.
My favorite, yes. They have like the ground
little
nuts
sprinkles.
on the outside.
Yeah.
Yep.
I one time went on a field trip when I was in high school with my band, and we had all-you-can-eat ice cream truck treats, and I had 4 strawberry shortcakes in a row. I said I'm taking advantage of the all-I-can-eat ice cream.
And then you spoiled your dinner.
Yeah.
That's it.
Got a little sick too.
And the rest of the night.
Right.
All right, my 2 cents is coming up now. Oh no, I'm sorry.
We're talking about weather.
We got
Can't
Monique
forget
with
about
weather.
Monique.
Monique, tell us your ice cream favorite.
It's fine. I'm just over here doing the weather. Can't even get ice cream in here, but maybe after the show. My favorite, I believe, is the strawberry with the real strawberries inside. Today is one of those good days you can sit outside, especially this evening, and enjoy it. Watch the sunset, get your ice cream, kick your feet up, and enjoy the evening. There is this one small downpour that's actually exiting out of Alamance County as of now, but other than that, things are dry. As I showed earlier today, most of the activity is well away from us, so not expecting any storm activity for tonight. Temperatures staying hot. It's still within that hour of heat that we generally get around that 4 to 5 p.m. hour through about 6, especially in the summer when the temperatures stay warm. Not until that sunset we get the heat out, and that's when things start to cool down. So we got a couple hours on it, but once we get to it, temperatures should fall to about upper 60s and low 70s across the area, staying mostly clear. Another look at your 7-day. Now, I don't want you to be fooled by those weekend temperatures. They appear cooler, but it will still remain hot and humid. And the only reason why it will be cooler, according to at least the thermostat, is due to the cloud cover and showers and storms possible each day.
I said a microphone check, microphone check. 1, 2, 3, 4, microphone check.
Hey there, we want ice cream. Yes, we do. Let's get ice cream.
Hi there, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico.
Hi, mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
I don't have an IFB. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
It's very quiet out here at Truist Stadium now, a far cry from what people have described to me earlier this.
Hamburgers too, or is it? Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This past weekend, I had the honor of walking my sister Melissa down the aisle with our brother John. She asked us to do it after our dad passed away earlier this year. All three of us had to fight back tears the whole way. Tears of joy, knowing how happy the groom makes Melissa, and knowing that our family keeps growing. You see, this was the first major event since the pandemic, where all the cousins, in-laws, stepkids, best friends, and the rest of the blended family were all able to see each other in person. We picked up right where we left off, with laughs, love, and a whole lot of bad dancing. Proof that even though the whole world changes, family stays the same. There for each other no matter what. Even if we haven't seen each other in years, even if we aren't all related by blood. Here's my 2 cents. Family is not just the one you're born into. It is so much bigger. Anyone who brings an open heart will always be part of our family. One that just got a whole lot bigger with my sister's new in-laws. Congratulations, Melissa and Chris. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts right now.
We begin with developing news in Greensboro. Truist Stadium on the campus of North Carolina A&T University evacuated earlier today after a fight at the AAU Junior Olympic Games.
Videos from spectators show people were seen running from the area. There were reports of loud noises, but police say no shots were fired. WFMY News 2's Grace